Okay, so this is our annex space, located on the lower level. It's 1,345 square feet and can accommodate a maximum of 60 people. This room comes just like this. It's a completely blank slate. Renters may set this room up however they like, and that's the case for all of our spaces. We do provide chairs and round tables, which can be found in this closet over here. There's, I think, 75 to 100 chairs in here, and there's 17 round tables. Normally these chairs are stacked a little bit more to the left-hand side, but we have a new chair dolly on order, and we're trying to keep these stacks on the lower side until that arrives. But that chair dolly makes moving stacks of chairs much easier. Let's see. There are 4 electrical outlets in this space. 1, 2, and then down on the baseboards there, if you can see, is 3 and 4. There are windows, but they're sort of frosted, but it does let in some natural light. This room also has a built-in projector screen, as you can see there in the center. It does take a remote control, so a staff member does need to plug that in and lower it for renters. There is no charge for the screen. However, if you want to rent our projector, that is an add-on. So that is available in here, obviously. You can rent the projector. Just please note that our projector has limited availability and must be reserved ahead of time. One thing to be aware of is that this room does not currently have air conditioning. So we can provide a swamp cooler and a fan to help keep the space cool. But the good news is it's on the lower level, which is sort of underground a bit, and it does retain some coolness all year long. If you know you will need air conditioning though, please consider renting one of our air-conditioned spaces. And a large room that comes to mind, it's a little larger than this one, but is right actually on the other side of that wall, is the dining room. So that's one that does have AC. Over here you'll see some signage. All of the rooms have signage. It'll say the name of the room that you're in. And this basically reminds folks that these are DIY spaces. So it's do it yourself. You set the room up the way you want it, and then you put everything away when you're done. Renters are responsible for wiping down tables, sweeping or vacuuming the floor. We have some floor sweepers in the rooms now. We also have motorized vacuums if you need to borrow one. You're responsible to take out your trash and your recycling. Resetting the spaces, which includes putting all the tables and chairs back where you found them, and leaving nothing behind, including food. Our signage here also posts our free Wi-Fi access, the network and the password, along with the building host cell phone. And there's always a building host on duty to help answer any questions. You can just call or text that number. Okay, so the best entrance, if you rent the annex, is the lower Belmont entrance. And it's that door right there. And that leads right out to Belmont Street, and that is a ramp, and it is ADA accessible. Let's see. The closest event board is right here. We try to have an event board with a list of all of the daily events near each entrance, giving people an idea of where to go. The closest bathrooms are right down here on the left. I won't walk all the way down there, but they're right there on the left. They're the smaller bathrooms. There are additional restrooms. As you can see, there's a sign here. Actually, the sign is backwards. I apologize. It's meant to be pointing this direction. And you do walk through here and walk through here. This is probably the weirdest part of our building. This commercial kitchen is actually a throughway. So you may walk through here. Now you're on the north side of the building, a whole nother wing. I was coming to show you some additional restrooms here. There's a men's room over there on the left. That's a ladies' room. And in this wing, something else to be aware of is the 54th Avenue door enters here. As you probably saw in the entrances video, this is one of 4 public doors. It has a hydraulic arm, it's ADA accessible, and that paved pathway leads right down to the parking lot. And that parking lot is ours, it's free, and it's on the corner of 54th and Belmont. So this is another door that is very convenient for people to come through. We do have a sign here letting people know that they have to walk through this kitchen to get to a couple of the spaces. Yes, just remember you have to walk through this commercial kitchen to get between the north and south wings. That's super helpful. And one other thing, in this little room, that's our kitchenette, and that is a free space available to anyone renting space with us. It's just a community fridge and freezer, microwave sink and counter, and just be aware this large freezer is not plugged in. So that's the one to use, and please do not leave food behind. I think the last thing I wanted to mention are the table banks. There is one here. These are 8-foot tables. The tables move all around the building, so we have 8-foot and 6-foot tables. There are more down the hallway around the corner to the right, and there is another rolling rack of tables on the north side in that wing. I forgot to point it out, but it's right there on the other side. So those are other options you have for table setup. I forgot to point it out, but getting to the dumpster and recycling area is, it's not hard, but it is something you might need directions on. Our dumpster and recycling bins are out on the 55th Avenue side. I did point that out in the entrances video, so maybe you saw it there. But when you're inside here, getting to that area is a little, you know, it's not confusing, but I'll show you. And then we'll walk through here again. We're going to go up this staircase. There's that other rolling rack of tables. We're going to walk up this staircase. We do have a sign up here to help people out. And you'll see there's a little note about the dumpster area. So you're going to go left. And then there's the 55th Avenue door. You'll just head out there, and on the left-hand side is the dumpsters. Okay, so to wrap this up, I'll just say, please visit our website, taborspace.org, for our rental rates and additional information about our rental program and spaces. Please note that all the scheduling is handled in writing via our online rental inquiry form, which can be found on our website, taborspace.org. Completing the rental inquiry form is the first step in making a reservation, and once it's submitted, it will put you into contact with our scheduler. You will receive an email back letting you know if what you are requesting is available, and from that point on, the process is all done via email. This ensures we have a written record of all correspondence. When setting up a reservation, please include extra time for setup and cleanup in your reservation times, as there is no grace period before or after reservations. We respectfully ask that attendees don't arrive earlier than the reservation start time. If you are an organizer of your group, please kindly communicate this policy to everyone in your party. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please call our office at 503-954-2610.